Ladies and gentlemen, I'm teacher Musila, and in the previous lessons we have been looking at chemistry. Today I want us to look at this foreign language called French. So we shall be looking at the introduction to French. We shall start with the most basic things, and so it's about alphabet. Now, how do the French people call this language? In English we call it French, but the French themselves call it Français. 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 So the most basic thing about French is, of course, the alphabet. So we call it l'alphabet français. So this one means French alphabet, l'alphabet français. So let us get started. Actually, it is not very different from English, just some small variations here and there. So of course the first one is, that one is A, B, C, D, E. Pay special attention to E. We are calling it E. F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q. You should also pay special attention to Q. It's Q, R. You can see it's quite different from English. We don't say R but R. R. So you are noticing that in French we don't say R, but we say R. S, T, U, V, W. So W is when we are talking about W, it's a double form of V. So that's why we are saying V, then W. That is double V. Then X, Y, Z. So I'm going to go through this alphabet once again, and then if you have a special way of noting beside the letter, such that you are able to remind it, that is to remember it for future references, you can just write the way you understand the sound. You can just write it next to the letter for easier reference in future. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Then, after having known the French alphabet, that is l'alphabet français, then that one takes us to vowels. Now, in French, we call vowels les voyelles. Les voyelles. Les voyelles, which means vowels. It is just like in English, but we shall see where variations occur. There are just 5 like in English. So the first one is A, E, I, O, U. A, E, vowels that are found in French, but it is from the same vowels or les voyelles that we are able now to derive sounds and accents. So, accents and sounds. Accents and sounds. As I said, when you look at letter A, it has several forms of A. The same way E has several forms, I has several forms, O and U, the same case. So we have one accent called accent grave. Accent grave. Accent grave. Accent grave, this accent does not occur in all alphabets but just few of them. Accent grave, for example, is this form of A, E. There is no accent grave in I, so only those two. Then we have accent aigu. Accent aigu. Several vowels have this accent, and one of them is A and U. A and U. Then we have le diphthong. Le diphthong. Le diphthong. One of them is E, has two dots on top. The other one is I. Actually, there are only those two that have that accent. So with such an accent, you will pronounce E while it is elongated. For example, when you are talking about Noel, 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 which means Christmas, Noel. In the case of I, for example, in the case of diphthong in I, we are talking about something like maize. You can feel the elongated form or the diphthong maize. Maize, which means maize. So let us look at some more accents. The other accent that we have is le circonflexe. Le circonflexe. Le circonflexe. For example, we have one in letter E. That one. We have another one in letter U. So that small cap on top of these vowels is what we call the circumflex. And what does the circumflex indicate? It means that when you are writing that particular word that has these two vowels, it means that there is a consonant that was omitted to make it easy to pronounce. For example, we also have one in O. That way. For example, when you are talking about hotel, there is an accent on top of the vowel O. Hotel means, for example, that the French people cannot say the word hostel. The French people cannot say that, hostel. So instead, the S was omitted and then the circumflex was indicated there so that they could pronounce it easily, such that it became hotel. For example, when we are talking about the adjective honest in English, honest, a French person cannot say honest. So a French person will have to omit that S, and then instead they will say honnête. Honnête. Which means that S was omitted here. Which means that S was omitted here. Instead of saying honest, the S was omitted and then a circumflex was indicated there. Honnête. So the circumflex is employed to show a consonant that was omitted for ease of pronunciation. Those ones are the accents that we have, and they are the ones in which we derive where we derive those sounds that we are going to look in the next subtopic. So just to go through these accents quickly. In the case of accent grave, these letters are pronounced just the way they are pronounced directly in English. In the case of accent grave, so this one is A, this one is E. So accent grave makes these vowels to be pronounced the way they are pronounced naturally in English. Accent aigu, in the case of E, the letter E, so if we have this accent here, it is pronounced as A. This one is A. A. And then this U that has accent aigu, there is no accent aigu in U. There is accent grave in U. Accent grave. Once again. So we only have accent aigu in E, which makes it to be pronounced as A. To be pronounced as A. A. We shall be looking at sounds that are closely related to accent aigu in E, which is A. Then we have le diphthong, as I say, it is a long form of these vowels, like in the case of Noël and maïs. Noël and maïs. Then finally, we shall look at sounds. Sounds. In French, we call sounds les sons. Les sons, which means sounds. Sounds. And this is where the concept lies. If you have a good understanding of these sounds, it shall be very easy for you to read anything in French, even if you don't know the meaning. For example, let's look at different forms in which accent aigu in E, which is A, how they occur. Whenever you see accent aigu in E, or something that is in this form, or something in this form, or something in this form. So that one is pronounced as A. A. For example, like a word like électricité. Électricité. Electricité. Definitely that one means electricity. So we say électricité. Note the position of accent aigu here. When you are talking about humanity, we say humanité. Humanité. When you are talking about something like café, café. So I'm sure you have met this word several. Café. It is an English verb. It is an English noun, and actually it is a derivative of French. It originated from French. Café. You have also heard something like cachet. Cachet. So that is also derivative of French, which indicates accent aigu. So these accent aigu can also pronounce the same as these ones. A. They all sound the same. So in the case of this one, you can talk about something like lait. Lait. Lait in this case means milk. Lait. In the case of this AIS, so this one is A. like in the case of may. May. May here can mean the conjunction but. For example, I want money, but I don't have a job. I want money, but I don't have a job. So May here means but. It can also mean the month of the year called May, the month of May. So this one is May also. IAS pronounced like that also. You can also, when you're talking about AI, we shall discuss deeply about AI when we shall be discussing tenses, which shall happen at an advanced stage. So for now we won't discuss AI, but whenever you see AI, it pronounces the same as a, and so on. The other form of sound is accent grave in E, that one. So that one, as I say, makes it to be pronounced normally, the way we do it in English. For example, when you are talking about something like colère, note its position there. When you are pronouncing something like frère is somebody's brother. Then we have mère. Mère is somebody's mother. When you are saying père is somebody's father, and so on. So whenever you meet this kind of accent, just pronounce it the way you do in English. Colère, frère, mère, père, and so on. The other form is when you see O and E joined. I know this one looks strange, doesn't happen in English. Where you see an O joined to E, that combination is pronounced as Look at the shape of my lips. For example, when you are saying sir, when they are joined, sir is somebody's sister. Sir. When you are saying cœur is when you are talking about the heart. The heart is called cœur. When you are saying my heart, you say mon cœur. Cœur means heart. The other sound that we have is when you have E-N-T. E-N-T is pronounced as For example, when you are saying long means slow. When you are saying that somebody is slow, you say lent. When you are talking about wind, you call it vent. Actually, it is still pronounced the same as E-N-D. E-N-D. Like when you are saying vent. When you are referring to a cell. When you sell something, you call it a cell. So you can say vent, and so on. The other sound is when you have O-I. O-I, that combination, is pronounced as wa. It's pronounced as wa. For example, when you see something like M-O-I, don't think it is the retired president Moi. It is not Moi, but it's moi. Since O-I pronounces as wa, so M-O-I pronounces as moi. So in the same way, soit, loi, foi, and so on. Moi means me. Moi, me. Soi means self, yourself. When we are talking about yourself. So swa means somebody's self. Then loa means law. A law. Like for example, the Kenyan law. La loa means law. Then fwa means faith. Fwa means faith or religion. Then so these ones pronounce the same as O-I-N. O-I-N, like in the case of loin. Loin means far. Means far. Far from here. Loin. The other sound that we have is a C that has an S below it. Like that one. A C with an S below it. So this kind of sound is called sedile. La sedile. It makes C to be pronounced as S. For example, when you are saying sa means that. Sa, that. Or when you are greeting somebody, ça va. When you're asking somebody how is it going. So this one is la sedile. It is a special form of C that has an S below it. Actually, it enables this to pronounce as letter S. I think we have looked at most of the sounds. So whenever you meet them, I'm sure you shall be able to pronounce them even if you don't know what those words mean. Just the same thing we experience in English. And without forgetting this important one, there's another one where you see GN following one another in the middle of a word. They pronounce as nye. For example, when you are talking about Espanol, that GN pronounces that way. Espanol, Allemagne. So in this case, Espanol means Spanish. Allemagne means German. Means Germany, the country Germany. So GN pronounced as nye. So that one brings us to the end of lesson 1, which is on alphabet and sounds. I hope you enjoyed.